Welcome straight to Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube video. You are here with GBHL James, and we are at Destination of Stockport. We're on the day before. What do you think so far?
Brilliant. The tables are amazing.
Tables are amazing. You like the tables? Tables. Cameo from Jamie again.
Terrain, incredible. I think the theme as well, running from literally across the middle of
Brilliant.
That's much.
And the people. Now we met 3 times now?
3 times.
3 times. Thomas Macklin, he's one of our favourite people. He definitely is. And this is his first appearance in what is going to be a Get Buff Bat Rep. That is right. Now it's a timed game.
Yeah.
It's a timed game. It's 1 hour 15, so I will put an alarm on. We'll see how we get on.
Cool.
We are going to be playing on the Ammon Hen board, and we're going to see how we get on. What have you brought today?
Durance Folk.
He's got Durance Folk. We're going to take a little look at the armies. He's going to be playing against all-mounted Rohan.
So I'm taking Balin with Durance Axe, with 10 Khazagard, Shield Bearer with 10 Warriors with Shield, and then a Captain with 6 Iron Guard.
And that is our Durance Folk, 500 points. And what's this? That's right, it's the all-mounted Rohan. That's right, we've got AMO Knight of Pelennor, we've got Erkenbrand, we've got 5 Sons of Ale, we've got 3 Rohan Royal Guard, they haven't got the throwing spears, we've got 6 Westfold Red Shields and 2 Rohan Outriders. Guys, you know it is the 500 points, all-mounted Rohan. So here's how I was looking at Ammon Hen after deployment. So I chose this board end and just got my guys, both rolled more than a 4+. So I just set them up round there, and Thomas Macklin decided to set all of his bits up there. So that is our board. We're going to go into turn 1. Priority. Turn 1 priority. It's priority dwarves. So it's after movement, and some of the dwarves have moved up. They moved up as a big bunch. Horde coming down their left flank here. I've chosen not to move too much of the Rohan. Just a few things, just getting range of some bow shots on this side and start moving around on the flank there. So with that, we're going to go into Rohan Shooting. So the first Rohan Shooting is the Westfold Red Shields and the Outriders who haven't moved. Prioritising the Iron Guard at the front there. So the purple dice need 4s and the blue dice need 3s. That many hit. So only 2 hit, needing 6s, prioritising from the front. Oh, and neither get them. And the other group of mounted archers here, the Outriders and the Westfold Red Shields who moved, are going to fire at the Iron Guard on the end. 5 pluses on the purple and 4 pluses on the blues for moving. That many hit. 6s to kill him. Oh, 2, 2 and a 1. Unbelievable. And with that, that is the end of turn 1 shooting. Turn 2 priority. Priority Rohan. And here's how it's looking after movements. The dwarves have moved up as a bunch here, and I didn't really do too much moving, just sort of got Aomer closer to Erkenbrand there, moved some of my Sons of Ale and Royal Guard round the flank, but mostly staying still, hopefully to get a couple of pot shots off, and that's where we're going now. Turn 2 shooting. So we're shooting, and with Iron Guard being relatively squishy dwarves at defence 6 means we only need 6s. So both groups of archers are going to be firing at the Iron Guard at the front. So the purple dice need 4s and the blue dice need 3s. We get that many hits. So we get 6 dice, needing 6s. And we got 1 and a cock dice. So 1 dies, so just closest is great. So 1 Iron Guard goes down, and with that, Rohan goes into the lead. So Rohan's in the lead, so that's it. I'm just running away now. I'm not going to do that to you, am I? Not much. So we're going to go into turn 3, priority, and the dwarves get a. Dwarves get 6, and that means it's your priority. And here is Ammon Hen after turn 3, movement. So Thomas moved up, made sure he was just outside of my charge range. He hasn't played me before, I'm a chicken. So I've not done that. Instead I've sort of moved a couple of things around the flank, and just over on this side as well, just started taking over the centre, just posing a bit of a threat on his right flank. And with that, we're going to go into turn 3, shooting. And as the dwarves move closer, I'm going to be shooting with this group here. Again, prioritising the Iron Guard, but just shooting into that group on his left flank. So, we've not moved. Purple dice are the red shields. We get that many hits. Just right, if I get double 6. Done. That's a cock dice, I believe. Yes, definitely. So we've got to re-roll that. Done. We've got to re-roll that. Come on. No. That's got to be Ed Ball. It's got to be. I feel that all over. Here he is. Here he is. Hey, we're in the middle of a Get Buff Bat Rep. Do one. And next up, it's going to be this group again, firing at the Iron Guard as priority. It's exactly the same again. That many hit. Only one. Give me a 6, as Jamie would say. No, not good enough. So, some ineffective shooting again. That's the problem with Dwarves. We're going to go into turn 4. Turn 4 priority. And it goes to the Dwarves. Ooh. And here's the board after that turn. So, Thomas has decided to keep his little Dwarven scrum still there. I'm not sure it's quite right for charging yet. So I haven't moved everything here, although my heroes have moved up. You'll notice Erkenbrand isn't there. That's because his ankle was broken and Thomas is on gluing duty. I have moved around the flank here with the Sons of Ale and a Royal Guard. And there's some more Royal Guard around this flank here, just trying to completely outmaneuver the Dwarves. It shouldn't be too hard. We're going to go into shooting. Exactly the same shooting as before. These guys with the Iron Guard as priority. That many hit. That needs to be re-rolled. Needing 6s. Oh, and we get one. So one Iron Guard goes down. And these guys are going to do the same, prioritising the Iron Guard. That many hit. So it's prioritising the Iron Guard, so needing a 6 on him. Nope. 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 No. So that Iron Guard survives, and that'll take us to the end of shooting, and one dwarf is down. It's on to turn 5. Turn 5 priority. Priority to Rohan. And this is the board after movement. So me having priority wasn't ideal. I didn't really move too much. Just sort of got round into those flanking positions. But Mr. Macklin, he did call Heroic March. Now, this is a friendly game, so although he didn't call it at the start of the phase, don't worry about it, But it's good learning for when you're playing tomorrow. He has done a Heroic March here, obviously we don't mind that, and he's brought everything forward that extra little bit. So with that, we are going to go into shooting. So the Dwarves close in, these guys who haven't moved. Again, they're shooting priority Iron Guard into that group of Dwarves, and that many hit. 2 hit, needing 6s on the Iron Guard. Nope. Nope. Iron Guard survives. Next up is these guys who have moved, and again they're going to be firing through at the Iron Guard. There are in the ways for the Khazad. In the ways, they did move, so we know what that means. It means that not many hit at all. 1 hit. Does it get through the Khazad? Yes. A 6 to kill the Khazad. Sorry, to kill the Iron Guard. No, boo, it's a 2. And so the Dwarves survive another round of shooting. Hard to shoot these guys. We're going to go into turn 5. Turn 6, priority. Turn 6, priority. Priority Dwarves. Wow, so this is how it's looking after my heroic move. So with my heroic move with Aemma, got Aemma in over there, just charged in on 2 guys, and just got a few bits in. I was wary of getting counter-charged, but I knew that because of the position of some of my other troops, I'd be able to get in them position for the counter-charge, which I have done sort of over here and here. I would like to point out that Glorfindel there is actually Erkenbrand, who unfortunately his horse has completely gone. It's completely gone now. So Glorfindel is in fact Erkenbrand. I don't think there'll be any shooting because everything is in combat, so we will be going into the combats. So neither of us have called any heroics. Thomas Macklin decided he just wants to wheel around, so we're going to go for the Son of Ale versus the single Khazad Guard first of all. You get a single dice, you get a 1, and we get a 4, so we win that. So you're knocked down and we get 6 dice. You're defense 7, we are strength 4, so we need 6s. And we don't get it. He survives. God damn it. Next up we've got Piercing Striking, Westfold Red Shield versus the Khazad. Khazad gets 4 and we get a 6, so we get it. So he goes up to strength. He goes up by 2, so he's now strength 5. So that means we need 5s. So we've got 4 dice, needing 5s. And we don't kill him all my days. So that's 2 dwarves who survived. And I'll be doing the same again. Piercing Strike versus Khazad Guard. You get a 3. We get a 2 and a cocked. So come on. We get a 6 luckily. So his strength goes up by 2, which means we're going to need 5s. So we've got 4 dice, needing 5s. Whey! The dwarf dies. Next up, we've got 2 Khazad Guard versus the charging Knight of the Pelennor. You get a 5 highest. What do we get? we get a 6 and we win. So they are not dice, so we've got 8 dice needing 5, so first attack kills one, and then the rest of them kills the other. Next up, this Son of Ale versus the Khazad Guard. Thomas Macklin gets a 6. We also get a 6, which means we both fight 4, so we're going to roll off. It was your priority. Now, we're going to say that Dwarves are more good than Rohan, so on a 1 to 3, it's me. On a 4 to 6, it's you. My streak of roll-offs on the channel continues. So he's striking the horse, so he needs 5s on the horse. He kills the horse. So Son of Ale's horse goes down from rider, and we're fine. Next up, we got Glorfindel. Sorry, Erkenbrand. It's Erkenbrand versus the Iron Guard. Oh, sorry, no, yeah, we got. Oh, yeah, we'll go for this one. Iron Guard gets a 5. Erkenbrand gets a 5. And he wins. And needing 5s to kill him, and he dies. Next up, we got the Captain and the Khazad Guard versus a fainting, charging Westfold Redshield.
And a piercing strike with Khazad Guard, white dice.
Makes sense. You get a 6, so you win that because you're high fight value. So, piercing strike goes up to 4.
Strength 6.
So you are now strength 6, so he will need 4s.
Okay, I'm going to prioritise the man. Can I shoot, yeah?
Yep, go for it.
4s on the white dice, 5s.
Yep. And he dies. And so Westfold Redshield goes down. Woo! Next up, we got the piercing striking Westfold Redshield against a shielding dwarf. The dwarf gets a 4, and we get a 3, so we lose that, which means that we're not back. Next up, we got piercing striking Son of Ale against a shielding dwarf. What does the dwarf get? Dwarf gets a 3 highest. We get a 3. Now we're matching fight value, so it was your priority. Again, 1 to 3, it's me. 4 to 6, it's you. Oh, no, win one. Woo. No. So Son of Ale goes up to strength. He goes up by 1, so he's now strength 5. That's good because it means we need 5s. So we've got 6 dice needing 5s. Surely. Yes. And we get it with 1. Yeah, next up we've got 2 normal dwarves against the charging Royal Guard. What do you get? You get a 5 highest. We get 2 and a 1. Okay, so you need 6s on the rider and you need 5s on the horse.
White dice, horse, red dice, rider.
Okay. Cut.
So we need 6 on this one.
6 on that one. Oh, close. Next up, we got 2 dwarves fighting normally against the Westfold Redshield fighting normally. You managed to get a 5, and we get 1 of the 2 again. Okay, so do you want to go for the rider needing 6s or the horse?
I'll go for the 2 on the rider.
2 on the rider needing 6s.
No.
Ooh. And the Royal Guard goes back, and with that, that is the end of turn 6. So we're going to go into turn 7, priority. Wow, an important priority. Let's see what happens. Probably our last turn, looking at the time. It's 5. And it's a 4, and it's priority to the Dwarves. So with the Dwarves getting priority, Aomer has called a heroic move. It has been countered with the last point of might from the captain at the front. It was Thomas's priority, so on a 1 to 3, it's me. On a 4 to 6, it's him. Yes! And we get it. It goes to the Rohan. And wow, this is how it's looking after the heroic moves and movement. So with my heroic move, Aomer moved in, and everything that was in range tried to charge in. Made sure that I charged Erkenbrand, that is Erkenbrand, remember that, on the captain to negate his heroic move. He then proceeded to countercharge some of my bits, but luckily I did have some models on the outside which have got the countercharge in. This will probably be the last round of combats, and then we'll top things up for this Get Buff Bat Rep. Obviously we've got time limits because if you have a look round, look at all of these players. These are all here for Desolation of Stockport. So we're going to go into the combats. And at the start of the combat phase, the Erkenbrand here has called a heroic strike. It's the Mightless Captain, so no matter what I roll, I will have a higher fight value. So Erkenbrand, just for procedure, goes up to, yeah, he's fight 8 now. Okay, and he's fighting against the Dwarf Captain. Dwarf Captain gets a 5 highest, and we get a 6, and we take it. So the Dwarf Captain, who is defense 8, is knocked down, so we need 6s with our strength 4. Oh, and we don't get a single one. And the Dwarf Captain survives. Gets knocked down. So we're just wheeling around again, and we've got the Westfold Red Shield, no special strikes against the Khazad, no special strikes. So the Khazad gets a 4, and we get a 3, so you win that. So we get knocked back. Are you going to strike the horse or the rider?
I'm going to go for the rider, because I need a VP.
So you need 5s. Oh, and the rider survives. Next up, we've got a piercing striking Son of Ale against a Khazad on the floor. Can't shield, unfortunately. Gets a 2. And we get a 5 and we win that. We go up to strength. We go up by 1. We're now strength 5. 5's to kill him. Oh, I didn't see it. All those 1s and 4s. Next up, a piercing striking Westfold Red Shield against the Khazad on the floor. Khazad gets a 5. What does the piercing striking guy get? He also gets a 5. Now we're drawing in fight value. It was your priority. So if you want to roll, 1, 2, 3, it's me. 4, 5, 6, it's you. Oh, and you take it, which means you stand back up. And you move me back an inch. So we've got a piercing striking Khazad Guard here, an Iron Guard versus a piercing striking Westfold Red Shield. Let's see what happens. You get a 6, so I need a 6 in response. Oh, we get it. So it's the roll off again, another roll off. So 1 to 3, it's me. 4 to 6, it's you. Oh, we get it. Khazad Guard is going down to defence. He goes down by 1, so he's now to 6. So he's now defence 6. And we go up to strength. We go up by 2, so we're now strength 5. So targeting the Iron Guard first, needing 5s. Nope. And again, that's well cocked. I would love to accept that, Tom. I like the fact that you said, yeah, but you're a nice guy, but here we go. Ooh, no. No, that's not cocked either. So you survived that. Next up, we got the Knight of the Pelennor versus 2 piercing striking Khazad Guard. The Khazad Guard gets a 6. Okay, so what does Ayama get? He gets a 4 highest, which means that he can't win that because he's used 2 points of might. So you win that fight. So what strength do you go up to?
First one goes up to 2 more, so it's 6.
So strength 6.
And strength 5.
Strength 5, okay, so both of them are against defence 7. We'll need 5s.
5s, yeah.
Okay, so 5s against Ayama. And you get 1, okay, so we use fate point number 1. Nope. Fate point number 2. Yes. So 2 fate points down. That's 2 VPs for you. Next up, we've got a shielding dwarf against the Westfold Red Shield, who is piercing striking, and Westfold Red Shield, who is fainting. So let's see. Well, and you get 4 highest, and we get the 5. Lucky us. So the piercing strike goes up by 2, which means he's now strength 5. So we've got 4 dice, needing 5s, and he's dead. Next up, we've got the Shield Bearer versus the Son of Ale. The Son of Ale will piercing strike, might as well. It's cocked, so you can re-roll that if you want.
If you want to. 5's pretty good. Hey!
You get a 5 again, so give me a 6. Oh,
I'm going to use his point of might.
Has he got a single point of might?
1 point of might.
Brilliant. So he wins the fight, so he's moved back. And we go down to defence. We go down by 3, so we're now defence 3.
3? No, 4.
Strength 4, yeah. So 4s. Yeah. And you kill the Son of Ale on foot. Hello. So, a Son of Ale trying to avenge his brothers. We've got Son of Ale versus the 2 dwarfs with shields. Son of Ale won't piercing strike.
I'm going to fight normally anyway.
You're fighting normally, so what do you get? You get a 6, so we need a 6. And we get it, so it's a roll off. It was your priority. 1 to 3 would be me, 4 to 6 would be you. And you take it. So it's been pretty even for the roll-offs.
Yeah, I think 2 apiece.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe 3 apiece actually.
So he's defence 6, yeah?
He's defence 6, so
I'm
you
going
need
to go for the rider.
6s. Oh, Son of Ale goes. It's my favourite one as well. Next up, we've got 2 dwarves fighting normally against the Royal Guard, who they charged. What do you get? You get 4 highest. And we get 2. Okay, so we move back, and again you need 6s. So 2 dice needed 6s. Ooh, and they don't kill it. Next up, we'll do the Son of Ale versus the what's this called?
Right.
The
normal dwarf warrior.
Normal dwarf warrior. You can shield or anything.
Shield, yeah.
You shield our piercing strike. You get a 6, and we get a 5. So you win that, and we are knocked back. Next up, the Royal Guard versus the Khazad Guard on foot.
Fight normally.
You're fighting normally.
3.
You get a 3. Can we beat that? Ooh, we do with a 5. So he's knocked down, needing 6s. Oh, Khazad Guard goes down. Woo! Next up, we got the Royal Guard versus the Shielding Dwarf there, and you get a 6. We also get a 6, so it's the roll off. So which way does it swing? 1, 2, 3, it's me. 4, 5, 6 is you, and it goes to you. So I think you've just taken the lead on the roll offs. And what will be the final combat of the game, because of the time limit, we've got the Shielding Dwarf against the Piercing Striking Son of Aeon. What happens here? You get a 4, and we get the 6. We go up to strength. Ooh. So we go up to strength 7. 6 dice needing 4s, I hope not. And luckily, yeah, just we kill him. And with that, that is the battlefield. That's how it's looking. The dwarves whittled down. We're going to calculate the VPs, and we'll come back and tell you who has won this Lords of Battle. So there were 3 Rohan casualties. Also, Aema lost 2 points of fate, so I incurred 5. And then you suffered 6. Was it 11?
Yep.
Suffered 11. And with that, it's a victory to the all-mounted Rohan in this Get Buff Bat Rep. Well played, Thomas Macklin. The difference in VPs was 6. Everybody get ready. It's a Get Buff Bat Rep. 6 press-ups, Thomas Macklin. Here we go. Everybody ready. Let's cheer him on. Here we go. All together. 1, 2. You can do it. 3. Good work. 4. 2 more. 5. 1 more for Mr. Macklin. 6. Well done, my son. Great work. Let's go into a post-battle bat rep breakdown. Well played. Welcome, Strategy Battle Gamers, to a post-battle bat rep breakdown. It was a Lords of Battle Get Buff Bat Rep. All-mounted Rohan versus the Dwarves.
Quite impressive in the camera.
That does look quite good, yeah. It's the lighting in here, it's flattering. And Thomas Macklin, it was a win for all-mounted Rohan.
Yeah, as always.
As always.
As always, the Get Buff Bat Rep.
I'm liking how this is going. Time limits are working very well for me as well, I have to say. Barling didn't get combat at all. No heroic, nothing. Now, we spoke before the game. Thomas didn't fall into the trap, and we did have a conversation of splitting up his army. How did you find that worked for you?
Better, I suppose, because they weren't able to pick off so many. Rather than picking off one at a time, you had to bundle around my force. So maybe, saving.
It's definitely
rather than
harder
surrounding
for me.
models, you could only get a charge on 2 at a time, if that. And I don't think you surrounded any of my dwarves.
No. Although with surrounding you doesn't really matter too much with the cavalry, because it can knock you down.
Yeah.
And that's what I've found when I've played against dwarves with the cavalry, is having the extra dice to try and kill is a massive, massive help. Because of course dwarves don't go down easy, but if you're rolling 4 or 6 dice, piercing striking
as well,
it really, really helps. Now what I found, I actually thought it was a good idea for you to keep concentrating.
Yeah, because I've always split up my forces in every game I've played, just thinking, I know they're slow, but in eventually getting like a pincer movement, and it never ever worked.
No.
It never ever worked. So from now on, if I can, the dwarves are staying with each other.
I think everybody on the channel would agree with your new strategy. If you can keep them together as dwarves, that's probably a good idea. And it did pose me some problems, because it did mean that I did all my encircling, but I can only fight you in one place.
Yeah.
So it's not like I can get most of my army to pick on a small bit of your army.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 500 points versus 500 points.
Yeah.
And in the end, it did come down. There were a lot of roll-offs.
Yeah.
There were a lot of roll-offs which it came down to. And it was the fact that I could get a couple of the charges that I needed to get the thing. And I think what showed here as well is having the bows of the Rohan.
Yeah, took out I think 3 Iron Guard before I got into combat.
It did, which means all of a sudden that you have to chase the game.
Yeah, because
on a time limit game.
Even with luck, you're going to pick off Khazad Guard as well. I've noticed, that if they keep taking the pounding, they're gonna die.
I mean, to be fair, in that kind of timed game, you get 1 VP, you're going to win. I would probably skirmish with you, like I did there, and maybe try and get 3 or 4 Iron Guard before I kind of thought, right, okay, well.
Yeah, because you're taking the 2 attacks away.
Exactly. And then 15 points.
15 points, pretty expensive. So technically, you killed
60 points.
60 points, yeah.
Yeah, which is a big difference, and it's not just 60 points there; it's 8 attacks.
Yeah.
It's 8 attacks, which is the key thing. Get rid of those Iron Guard, because they're the worst thing for the cavalry to come up against, is
definitely.
the Iron Guard in that force, because you have no spear support.
No, that's the only drawback, as everyone talks about Durin's folk. You know, they're strong, tough, but you can't, if you're going to do pure Durin's folk, then you can't spear support.
Would you ever consider bringing in some of the Barlings? Not Barlings, Army of Thor.
Army of Thor, I was thinking about it, but then I know dwarfs are dwarf, but I really like the theme. All my armies, their theme. You know, I like the theme.
That's what Lord of the Rings is about, isn't it?
Fluff. That's it, yeah.
And I'd like to point out, we've had a great time playing that game.
It was really tense.
It was. I think with another turn, Barling coming into play,
He would have done some damage. Would have done so, hopefully, anyway.
the fact that he's the only guy with, well, I know that Erkenbrand has still got 2 mine. Aemma still had 1, I believe.
Use 2 heroic moves.
So we matched there. I would be pretty confident that I would have gone on. And
Eventually you would have whittled. It would have closed in, and strength of numbers just completely compressing in. They would have died eventually.
I think actually one of the issues with Dwarves is that it's almost like a similar issue to cavalry. Is that the moment that you start to lose a few models, it makes a big difference.
Yes, definitely.
A big difference.
The whole domino effect.
Has a big domino effect because it's those less dice that you can get rolling.
Definitely.
But we had great fun. It was a get buff bat rep. Another victory to all-mounted Rohan. Some great press ups there. Some really good form.
Yeah, he's lying, but that's...
No, they were. They were good. They were really good. So remember, guys, to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Support your Hobbit hobby.
Happy strategy battle gaming.